Welcome back to True Parents Way series on National Restoration. I'm Tyler Hendricks. Our topic is the principal viewpoint. What would have been the nature of our first human ancestors' home life that would have given rise to a tribe, people, and nation of goodness? This is an important question because the Chanoguk standard must be universal and scalable. The standard for a society, a nation, and the world must be the same as that for a family. The answer is simple. Had Adam and Eve followed God's commandment, do not eat, and on that foundation received God's marriage blessing and become true parents, this would have been the family-level Chanoguk. They would have nurtured filial piety in their children, and their children would have lived in harmony and themselves received the holy marriage blessing from their parents. It was not just the parents' responsibility. Each generation has its own freedom and responsibility. But with God's word in their parents, according to divine principle, they would have succeeded. They would have brought forth a God-centered lineage at the beginning of history. Or there is no God as divine principle understands God. Does the divine principle God exist? That's up to us, my brothers and sisters. True parents and true family cannot do it all. The vertical standard, faith in God's word, empowers abstinence before marriage. The horizontal standard, two becoming one in true love, empowers marital fidelity. On these vertical and horizontal standards, with no fall, Chanoguk would have expanded into tribes and nations. Unfortunately, our first ancestors lost faith in God's commandment and misused love. They lost the vertical standard by disbelief, and they lost the horizontal standard by seduction and lust. The ultimate tragedy was that their false life and love created a lineage, hence a tribe, nation, and world of false freedom. What does this mean in terms of government? Governance comes through parents, but fallen parents have no foundation to govern righteously. The standard of abstinence before marriage and fidelity in marriage, extended through lineage, would have brought forth righteous parents who would implement God's governance. By restoring this standard under God, our true parents have restored God's authority to govern through parents. From the grassroots up, political leaders today are recognizing the roots of God's authority in the blessing and pure love education. They see that the practice of true family values solves social problems and builds peace and prosperity. And they recognize that the holy marriage blessing empowers all people to live by this standard, something Adam and Eve failed to do, and something no historical civilization has accomplished. Christian Europe reached a high ideal, but it could not bring world peace, or freedom, or prosperity. What was its fatal flaw? Why could it not achieve its own ideals? We'll talk about that next time. Thank you for listening.